In this video, we're going to learn the basics of previewing and publishing. When you first create a page, it's invisible to the public. You can only see it when you're logged in. So the page that we've made here hasn't been published yet. So if I were to copy the URL and open a new private browsing window where I'm not logged in, then it's going to say the page you're looking for isn't published yet. That's because we have to explicitly, once we're done making changes, we have to explicitly publish it so that it can be public to anyone on the web. So one tangent real quick. Let me show you what it looks like to preview a page. Go into the settings and click the preview page button, and it's going to lock everything in place. So you won't see any of the builder tools around. The way you exit the preview mode is up here, close preview. Now let's publish the page. You'll see in the Publish Tools section there will be one option, Publish Wizard. And what this is going to do is walk us through to set a series of metadata so that our page looks good when we share it on Facebook and when people search for it on Google. So the first field is asking what we want the title to be. You can see what the title is if you hover over the tab. A little pop-up will appear. It says Demo. So we want it to say, what I like to do is put a bar and then the name of the organization, Trolley Web. Now it's going to ask us what we want it to look like when people share it on Facebook. So this is the preview dialog. It's going to pull different images that we used on our page. Since this is the same page I've been using for previous demos, other images have been uploaded, so I can choose one of them. And then when I go to crop the image, it's going to already be set to 1.91 to 1 aspect ratio. And the reason why is because that's what Facebook uses and prefers for its images. So when we crop it, it's going to be perfectly set to be optimized on Facebook. Now we can go through and fill out what the title of the page will be on Facebook. So maybe we'll say, "You'll never believe what I called my Facebook title," because that sounds like a Facebooky thing to do. And a little description to make people want to click. Then I click Next. Now it's going to ask me to do the same thing for Google. And in Google, I like to do that bar name of my organization. That way when people search for my organization, they see all of the pages with the page name first and then tagged with the name of my organization after, and it looks very organized. Now in the Google snippet description, we can decide what we want our page to say based off of what we think people are going to search for. So if this is a page about hoagies, we might want to say something about hoagies in Wilmington, Delaware. When people search, you'll see the keywords that they search for bolded. So we can create a snippet up to 160 characters, and that is going to be what is seen when people search for it on Google. There's a few other options, but these are more advanced and probably for your web designer to use instead. Now we're going to click Publish. Great. So let's say all done. And now you'll notice that when I go to Settings, there's two preview options. I can preview the page as it is, or the live version. Let me show you the difference. So I'm going to change this image to these veggies instead. Right, I'm going to crop it, save. Now the version that I'm working on is going to have these veggies. So if I were to preview the page, it's going to render my page, take away all the editing tools, and we're going to see the veggies. But if I were to switch to live mode, we're going to see what's currently published. So if I were to go there when I wasn't logged in, I would see the coffee, because that's the version, the last version that was published that's viewable by the public. Preview is the version that I'm currently working on. All right. And now if I wanted to publish my new version, I click the wrench, and you'll see another option appears, Quick Publish. Now what this does is, Publish Wizard, I had to step through each of the options. I don't want to do that if I'm just going to make a small change. Quick Publish lets you just publish the current changes and keep all of the old settings. So now if I were to go view the live version, it's the veggies. If I were to preview it, it looks the same. And if I ever want to change any of the settings when people share it on Facebook, then I just go back through the Publish Wizard again. I step through it. So maybe I want to change my Facebook image to these veggies instead. So that's the basics of previewing, publishing, and setting all of your metadata for Facebook and Google.